Tons of people visit Pompeii every year, and let me tell you, most people get it wrong. We have made a ton of mistakes already. In this video, we're going to tell you the top mistakes that tourists make, like us, and which ones to avoid.
One of the #1 mistakes that people make when visiting Pompeii is they don't buy their tickets in advance. This is an extremely popular site. The lines can get really long. One way you can avoid this is by buying your tickets online in advance. They also have an option to buy them in the train station at Napoli Central, so you can pick them up there in person if you don't want to pick them up online. We definitely recommend this because we've heard stories of people waiting up to 2 hours in line just to get tickets for admission.
We've just arrived at the Pompeii Archaeological Park. We bought our tickets online earlier, but we have to exchange them for physical tickets at a specific spot that we're looking for. The line is not quite as long as if you buy them in person, but you still have to exchange them. You can't just like scan a barcode or a QR code to get in. So far, Pompeii has not been very well signed. On the route we've chosen, the first place we come to is the theater complex, which is definitely a highlight. So we are starting off with a bang. There's a small amphitheater and then this larger amphitheater, which is built in Greco-Roman style. They actually still do performances here and also in the small theater. I'm really glad we had the audio guide that we got with our ticket. It might have even been better with an actual guide, like a tour guide, or you can hire someone before you come in here. That might have made our route a little bit more efficient because we're definitely missing some of the highlights. Been here for 3.5 hours already. We've missed so much stuff. I would recommend getting an actual person to guide you around. One of the buildings that is open today is a house, basically. There's original paint here, which is literally thousands of years old, and that is incredible. I went to see the ancient Egyptian artifacts in Egypt. Like, I was blown away by the paint and the art that was still left over after thousands of years. And here in Italy, same thing. And that they are able to restore it so you can actually see the color that is thousands of years old.
Walking around and exploring today has been really fun, but we're still really jet lagged. We just flew in yesterday. This is the first day of our big Italy road trip. If you stay tuned to the end of this video, we'll tell you where else we're going in Italy and got some really awesome things planned, so you don't want to miss that.
This is like the Colosseum of Pompeii. Fun fact, this is actually the oldest preserved Roman amphitheater.
So it's not as big as the Colosseum in Rome, but definitely has the same layout and definitely the same vibe. I can't believe how big this site is. You could spend multiple days exploring here and you probably wouldn't see everything.
One big mistake we've made is coming here in the middle of the day. It is pretty crowded. I actually suspect it would be more crowded otherwise. Still, there's lots of tour groups here. It's just our first day in Italy and we're very jet lagged. If you come here, definitely come early. We got really lucky because we came here on a rainy day. It had rained earlier in the morning and then it was kind of rainy when we got here and it cleared up after that. But what I've noticed since walking around, even though it was cooler for us, there's no shade anywhere. So if you come when it's hot, I don't recommend coming in peak summer at all. Bring lots of water so you can keep yourself hydrated. Sunblock. I recommend an umbrella for a little bit of shade.
The next spot that we've come to is called the Garden of the Fugitives. You'll find a couple spots like this all over Pompeii. This is where they found human remains. It actually made a plaster cast of a lot of the people's bodies as they were laying, trying to get away from this eruption that was happening. This monumental, insane eruption happened. Entire civilization here was lost.
Another mistake that I personally have made today is that I didn't realize how big Pompeii actually is. It's a freaking city. It's not just like a little place where there are some ruins. It is an actual city and there are tons and tons of roads and places where people live their lives and their actual houses and things. So you could walk around this place and wander in and out of the villas and whatnot for literal hours. I went on ChatGPT just to kind of get a sense of a nice route to do. It said, hey, this is going to take you 4.5 hours. Even this efficient route is going to take us 4 hours. Moral of the story is it's a very big site and leave lots of time. In some parts of the park, they have catwalks that go over like an active excavation site. So they're still restoring and excavating this whole place.
So another mistake that a lot of people make when they visit Pompeii, they don't wear the appropriate shoes. I've seen a lot of people in sandals or shoes with heels, and you got to be aware that walking around this place, almost all of the ground is uneven. A lot of the old roads that they built in Pompeii are these huge, big, flat stones. If you're not watching where you're going, you could definitely roll your ankle. Even wearing sneakers or hiking boots, like there's still some danger to it. So you really want to plan your footwear accordingly. Having good, comfortable shoes, lots of support is really going to make the time here a lot more enjoyable. So there is a little small cafe that you can get some coffee and some light food. Nothing too fancy, but there is a little bit of food available inside of the actual site itself. That's something you should definitely plan for, and I think a lot of people don't plan for that. Bring some snacks. You're going to be walking around a ton. You're definitely going to want some food and water, and there's not a lot of places to actually get food and water once you're inside the site.
We are nearing the end of our Pompeii exploration, mainly because it's closed. All of the main places are closed, so we have to make our way towards the exit, unfortunately. We have a whole 10-day trip to Sicily coming up. Make sure you watch those videos. We have a ton of stuff planned, but we wanted to fly into Naples so that we could come to Pompeii because it's such a bucket list destination, and I'm so glad that we did. Highly recommend spending a lot of time here. We have tons more cool stuff coming up in Sicily. I'm so excited to go see some of the beaches, so be sure that you watch those videos as well. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Until then, this is Kelly from the Aqua Tourists. Peace out.